Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Tuesday, April 9th. We got the coffee. We're going here. So I thought today we talk about those crooks, the dealerships for like your John Deere's and your Cub Cadets and all that. Stay tuned. This can be a good one. All right, welcome back to the channel. If you didn't know, my name is Eric, and this is the weekday show, Monday through Friday. Yeah, I got a little bit of a cold, but I'm going to push through it. Today we're going to talk about to me, the unsung heroes. And when I say unsung heroes, I'm talking, your smaller dealerships. And when I say smaller, you might carry 100 mowers or 200 mowers for the season, riders that you're selling. You're still classified as small. And you're valuable to the community because you hire, right? And you pay taxes. And the money that you spend on employees gets usually spent in the community. And most dealerships that I know actually contribute to their community, whether it be, cash investments. Like what we do is we have like at the local school, we give out a couple different awards for seniors that are graduating. And when it comes to Thanksgiving, we give money to the local church that buys turkeys and the fixins for low income. They sponsor a lot of things in the community. And they put up with a bunch of crap. They have been for some time now. And what's got this all stirred up? Got it stirred up because I had a customer make a remark yesterday. Of how he had gone to one of the local John Deere dealerships, the only one that's in the area, friends of mine. And he was saying how crooked they were. And I said, how so? And he said, well, I went down there to get a spindle for my John Deere mower. And I already checked on eBay and I could buy it for $13.99 with free shipping. I knew where this was going. I 110% knew where this was going. And I said, let me guess, the dealer couldn't come close. He said, well, how did you know? I said, well, same reason I can't come close. He goes, well, what do you mean? I said, what you're looking at is you're buying from a Chinese seller. And I can tell you right now that I probably can't even buy that through my aftermarket companies for that price. And I had to explain to him, I felt the need to correct his line of thinking. Is that when you become a dealership for a certain line of equipment, you also are required to buy, at least last I knew, you were required to buy so many $1,000s in parts, stocking parts for your dealership. And in a way, it's putting the screws to them. you're going to have customers that are not interested in price. They want quality because a lot of your aftermarket and your OEMs have got like a 1 year guarantee on them, you know, against defects. And we've talked about that with defects. 95% of the time it's operator errors, not the 5% that would qualify for, you know, warranty. They have more quality control. They may be being produced in China. Most of them are. But they have quality control people in place that get into the specs, you know, make sure everything is perfect. So this brings us back to why this guy felt the need to feel that direction. And I told him, I said, look, that you're paying from China is probably what my aftermarket companies are paying to get them. I can't even buy it for that from them, and they don't offer free shipping. So if you call me up and you want one that's going to be here tomorrow night, I'm going to go through either Sten's Rotary or OEM. You know, Power Distributors be here the following day. Gardner Canal is like 2 days out for their stuff. But most of the stuff I can have here the following day. Not that following morning. If I order it this morning, it'll be here by tomorrow night. UPS. And if I order it on eBay, it might be 2 weeks out. But what it comes down to is a lot of these dealerships and shops are being labeled as crooks when they're not even close. And it's called disinformation, misinformation. And that is, we're not broadcasting what we're paying for parts that we resell. You know, some shops will try to charge the list price when it comes to, you know, you have what your cost is, your price, and there's levels depending on how much you buy a year. We used to be at warehouse level. And we got stuff a lot cheaper than, you know, your dealers that were buying $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year. But you have levels. And then they have suggested list price. And I know a lot of shops that have always, you know, instead of marking it up a certain percentage, they just go with an Excel file into their marketing program that takes care of all the SKUs and everything else. And they just use suggested list price. But a bunch of these so-called crooks, you know, these dealerships, are the remaining mom and pop stores, your smaller dealerships. And when I say smaller dealerships, it may be third generation, as it was with the local John Deere dealership. They had third generation involved, and I know all the boys took on different positions within the company. You know, one was sales, and the other was parts counter, and the other was service manager. And then they split it because they did also agricultural, so they had one that was in charge of small lawn and garden, and then they had the other for farm equipment. These are the people that give back to the community. These are the people that are suffering the most because they're being taxed to hell, overcharged, forced to buy stuff that they can't sell. And then they wonder why a lot of these businesses are going under. If you want to blame somebody, you need to start blaming somebody in government. not your dealerships. Whether you like him or don't like him, Trump was on the right path. Wasn't helping me much, but he was on the right path. He was taxing the hell out of the imports coming in, trying to force them to raise their prices. And if they didn't want to raise their prices, at least the government took in so much money that cost China more money to sell. Because we have one hell of a trade deficit, folks. They will not allow our businesses to sell there. But they have open door policy here in the U.S. Why? Well, it's good for the people. No, it's not. If your mom and pops can't afford to stay in business, who's going to hire you? Who is going to hire you when they're gone? You're going to work from home or something? I don't know. Because I was watching the show on Fox. I watched Fox for a while at night. And they were detailing, going into detail with some different companies in California. One was a restaurant, couple, like I say, and every one of them are closing their doors. And the two biggest reasons is the quality of the help these days. Nobody wants to work. And the state raising the minimum wage to $20. And the gal that had the restaurant that she was closing said that in order to stay afloat, they would have to charge $12.95 for a single cheeseburger. See, it's all like the shell game where they move crap around. They raise the minimum wage, but then all the businesses have to raise their product price to cover that minimum wage. So you may be making $20 an hour, but you're paying $13 for a hamburger, where wasn't that long ago you could buy a hamburger for like $3.50, $4, and you allowed the businesses to control the minimum wage. You know, I think it was at right around 10 or 12. It's kind of like they put something out here to distract you while they're putting the screws right to you. Doesn't matter whether you're a business or whether you're an individual. It's happening. But that's the problem with a lot of your mom and pops. They're being called crooks. They can't find quality help. When they do, they have to pay through the nose for it. And usually those people don't want to work the hours that you want them to work. They only want to work 4 days a week or 2 days a week because they got to rest. And sorry to get off topic, right? Anyways, they're not crooks. They're valuable to the community more than most people in the community are. And they're being tossed by the wayside, one after another after another. They are being put hurdles in front of them by state and local governments that they just keep raising the bar until you can no longer jump over it. What do? You close up. You know, you want to tax the rich? I guess go for it. But the one that you're hurting the most are the small mom and pops by all the crap that you're doing. They aren't crooks. They're your neighbors, friends. And I think if you got to take a look at what they were paying for, you know, their cost from their distributor, you might think differently. So if you happen to be one of those small mom and pops shops, and could be auto, Could be lawn and garden, could be restaurant, could be whatever. You're my unsung hero. You're getting a bad rap, and it's not fair. It is not fair. How long can we put up with it before we have to close our doors? Right? The community is going to lose the most if you don't succeed. If your dealership for John Deere goes under or just bought out by a corporate entity like ours did, then you no longer have that relationship with your local dealership when it comes to buying stuff and the after part of the sale, where a lot of your corporate, they're in it up to the sale, but once you buy it, you don't hear a peep out of them, and they hope not to hear a peep out of you. So anyways, I just thought that we need to I'm not sure how to put it out to a lot of the communities that have these people, because you're going to always have naysayers, right? Or these guys that go from shop to shop to shop and just badmouth the others. But what I'm seeing the majority of the time is that individual does not have the information to make a good decision versus, well, I'm only paying $13.99 with free shipping. I can tell you right now, that spindle, if I got it from the aftermarket company, it would probably run me around $18. And then I would have to pay freight to get it here. And then to turn around and ship it from here to anywhere in the U.S. will run me up to another $12, $10 to $12 priority mail or UPS. I can't compete with the $13.99 free shipping. Am I a crook because I asked more for my parts? Nope. And in one of the prior videos that I showed how to do parts lookups in this, I was showing you my screen with a rotary of what my cost was. And I can do that again and show you what that part is selling for on eBay from China. And show you we're not being crooks. This is what we're being charged. And we can't compete. So on that note, you guys have a great day. What do you guys think? How is it affecting you? Are you one of the dealerships out there that are being forced to buy so many OEM parts every year that you can't sell? Maybe you might sell a few to your good customers or try to use them in the shop for repair work. Things have got to change, folks. So on that note, you guys have a great, great Tuesday. We got lawnmowers are coming in like hot cakes now, and we got farm tractor came in. So we've got servicing to do, and things are starting to pick up. At least on the service side. That's where we make our money now. You guys have a great day.